Hello, Sparkly You. Welcome back to the jewelry corner of YouTube. It's lovely to have your company tonight. The video that you're about to see is taken from my live Friday night show that I host every week over on Facebook. Tonight, I'm going to be showing you some fabulous gemstone bracelets. Now, I've chosen these especially for Christmas because I know that, like me, you like a little bit of sparkle. And we're going to be looking at all of the different gemstones that feature in that bracelet. I've also got some of my favourite amber pieces for autumn to show you as well. Let's listen in. It's Friday night! Woo! Hi everybody! Happy Friday! Lovely to have your company on this beautiful Friday evening in September, our last live of September. I know, I don't know how that's happened. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But it's lovely to be here with you. It's not felt too autumnal today, has it? It's a nice, crisp, clear day here in Derbyshire anyway. Don't know what it's like where you are. You just caught me actually looking for, oh, there they are. Look, looking for my ear sticks because I've got some earrings to show you today. I thought we'd have a look at some gorgeous autumnal amber pieces, so I'm going to show those, and I'm also going to preview with you the brand new bracelets, gemstone bracelets for Christmas. Now I've three one-off bracelets, so three one-offs. They're amazing. They've got some gorgeous gemstones in, and I know a lot of you like me like your gemstone pieces, so if you do, then stay right where you are. I'm going to start off though by showing you one of my favourite amber pieces. Now this is the little Messenger of Love bee pendant. Now I just absolutely adore the amber in this. I love the silver. It's so pretty. This is the smaller one. I've got three to show you tonight of varying sizes. Now I've just noticed, I'm just going to take my watch off as well because it beeps and leaps and that kind of thing at me when people text me. I thought I was really well set up tonight. I thought, oh yeah, I'm here and I'm on time and I've got all these little bits I've just forgotten to do. It's been one of those really strange days today where time seems to stretch and then shrink. I don't know if you ever find the same. We've been nice and busy at Dawn. Thank you. It's been lovely to see so many of you today. And I've been getting the pieces ready for this evening. They've come back from the photographer. She's done a wonderful job. You'll be able to see the photographs on the website later because they're scheduled to go live just after we finish the show tonight. So you're going to be the first people to see them, which is very exciting. So, and yeah, we had a walk back through the park and it was very lovely, and that seemed to have a nice time. We got home, we got plenty of time, and then all of a sudden we hadn't. Anyway, and I will warn you as well in advance tonight that Friday night naughties are in full swing. So we've left the door open for the puppies tonight. So if you hear lots of excited running around, then the puppies are doing their thing. Happy Friday to Kathleen. Good evening to Elsa. Happy Friday to Caroline. Lovely to have your company tonight. So yes, if you hear them sort of barking in the background, that kind of thing, then that's what they're up to. So let me show you the little mini bee pendant then. So this is our Messenger of Love pendant. And you might have heard of the Victorian custom of telling the bees, and the bees were said to keep the emotions for a house. So if you had an upset in the house or a death in the house, then one of the traditions was to go and tell the bees. They're also said to be messengers of love, and they bring sweet little messages, which I think is just lovely. So these are all carved, the silver there. We've got the texture on the front there. Beautiful cognac amber. I was talking about amber today, and if you've watched before, especially one of my amber shows, then you might know that amber comes in lots of different colours. So amber is, we call it a gemstone, but that's a bit of a misnomer really. It's not a gemstone at all. It's a fossilised tree resin, millions of years old, and when the tree resin fossilises, depending on what gases and minerals are present, depends on what colour the amber is. So we know amber, if you like, that amber colour as that is a cognac amber, which you can see here. All the little flecks that you can see inside each piece of amber are remnants also of what was And he said what was available at the time, what was there at the time. So when you see an insect in a piece of amber, that means that that insect was fossilized in there. And I always feel a certain affinity, because if something was fossilizing, it would be me. Still kind of getting ready, and all of a sudden I'm fossilized, I would be sort of in there. So I do feel a certain affinity for those. I am that person that when I always, yeah, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm not. I'm still in the bath. Spoiler alert. I am still in the bath. Happy Sparkly Friday to Georgina. Lovely to have your company tonight. Happy Sparkly Friday to Steph and to Sarah as well. Hi Sparkly, says Amanda. Hello, happy Friday. Nicola says, my first ring from Adorn is amber. How lovely. Oh yes, it was a gorgeous piece as well. It is a gorgeous piece. That's lovely. I'm so glad that you're enjoying wearing that as well. There is something about amber. Perfect for all the way through the year, of course, but especially beautiful when it's autumn, because it's just got that gorgeous autumnal colour, hasn't it? So that's the small, the teeny tiny Messenger of Love bee pendant. Let me just show that on. So I'll just take this one off. There we go. So how's your week been? Have you had a good week? Did anybody get the storms? Apparently there were storms. My father-in-law is in Tamworth, and he had a storm. There was a storm overnight. I've just lost the end of that chain. There it is. There was a storm overnight in Tamworth, and we didn't get one, or if we did in Chesterfield, I didn't hear it, which has also been known. I have been known to sleep through earthquakes. That's how the mini pendant sits when she's on. £45 this one. Now, originally I had these beautiful pendants on my very plain little round Belcher chain, which was lovely. They did look fab, but you know, I'm tempted to put them on my dotty chains. I've presented them on my dotty chains this time, and I think they look gorgeous. I mean, it's my favourite chain anyway. Let me know what you think. It would be helpful if I had a curb chain to show you, wouldn't it? But I haven't, I'm sorry. So you'll just have to take my word for it that that was lovely. It was a little chunkier, just ever so slightly, but I think these dotties are better. But let me know what you think. So this one is £45 including the chain. If it's your first time watching, then all the pieces that I show, all the pendants, are inclusive of the chain, and you can have that chain in a 16, 18 or 20-inch length. Some of the chains we do a little bit longer for a little bit more. So the dotty, for example, I do in a 22. She says, trying to think what she's got in stock. A 22 and a 30. I think at the moment, but our usual lengths 16, 18 and 20 inches, which is 40, 45 and 50 centimetres if you're a centimetre person. So nice and dainty. And although maximalism is back with a bang, we saw all those big pieces on the catwalk, didn't we? And all of that sort of more is coming back, which is just my mantra for the entirety of life. But minimalism isn't going anywhere either. So you've kind of got these two juxtaposition, easy for me to say, juxtaposing ideas of small, dainty, tiny and big, bold, and yeah, they're not, neither of them going anywhere, so amazing. Stephanie loves it, said Elsa. Thanks so much. Oh, that's nice. That's good stuff that she likes the dotty. Thank you. Georgina says, I like the dotties, wore mine today. Thank you. Oh, lovely. I'm sure you look very swish. Good evening to Stephanie. Lovely to have your company. Lovely to be with you tonight. And I must say as well, because I know, Leslie, that you can't comment, but you are here, so very happy birthday to you if you're watching. Tonight it's Leslie's birthday, so I hope you're enjoying. It's not today, I don't think, is it? It's later in the week, but when it comes, have a lovely birthday. Have we any more September birthdays? On October birthdays, you're next. That's all very exciting, isn't it? October next week. It honestly seems like 2 minutes when I was sitting here saying, oh, we're coming up to summer and we'll have all our summer jewellery, and oh my goodness, where's that gone? I don't think it helped that we sort of didn't have one. Well, we had a week of summer when we were in Wales, didn't we? Adam came back with a tan, but that was it. It sort of came and went in a week. It was madness. So I think that's perhaps why it feels like it's gone a little bit quicker this week. This is a medium. Messenger of Love bee pendant, again with that amber, and again on the dotty chain. And a lot of the time, I think when we haven't had a summer, we don't feel as if we're ready for autumn. But I've got to tell you, I mean, I love the summer weather, but I'm ready for autumn. I've got some autumn, gorgeous autumn dresses I'm enjoying wearing. I'm pulling out my autumn jewellery. We've got the autumn decorations up at the door now, so Adam did those this week. Elsa says, loving my new bracelet and seahorse pendant. Oh, it's amazing. I love the way that you teamed the seahorse against the red the other day because it just popped. It looked amazing, and I'm glad you're enjoying your sparkly new bracelet as well. She's a classic, isn't she? She goes with absolutely everything, which is amazing. It's just, I do like a hard working piece of jewellery, just something that goes with every single outfit. That's beautiful. It was lovely to see you this week. I'm glad you're enjoying wearing them. That's good news. So small and medium, let's put them side by side so you can see the size difference. There they are. Now these, if you do want to tell that bee story, are a great layer. Now you watch often, or if you watch often, then you'll know that I like to start my layers smaller at the top and then gradually getting bigger. So I would put the smaller bee on the top, and then I'd layer the bigger ones underneath if I was going to layer, and that's how I would do it. These are going to look incredible on their own. They don't need a layer if you don't want to, but they would look very swish all layered up. The nice thing about amber as well is that it will all blend together, but it is very much unique. Each piece is unique. You'll never have two pieces the same, although they do all look very similar, don't they, when they're in one colour. But each piece has a different inclusion pattern inside, different pieces in there. Often they can be, even if they're a cognac amber, they can be slightly different colour cognac. It's absolutely fascinating, amber. It's endlessly, endlessly fascinating. It is what I find about when I'm doing this, it's backwards on the screen. So I always do it like it's a mirror, and it's not. Yes, it's what I find one of the most amazing things about what I do is gemstones and things like amber, organics, if you like, that they fascinate me. They absolutely fascinate me. Even jewellery as well, as much as I see, and I see a lot, as you can imagine. And when I think I've seen everything, and I think, well, I've seen everything now, there's something new, and there's always something new and exciting. Joanne says, watching on playback, lovely. Oh, thanks, Joanne. You're catching up. That is good news. That is good news. It's nice, isn't it, that you can catch up from the beginning? That's the good thing about Facebook. So the mini one there, and then the midi one, and then let's show you the maxi. There we go. So the large bee pendant there. Messenger of Love in amber. So all of that detail. Really nice size, that one as well. So if you are looking for the bigger pieces, the nice thing about bigger pieces in amber is that they're not too heavy. So this one's not going to be an albatross. They're going to sit really nicely because obviously amber, being a resin, is really nice and light. So it's really nice and comfortable to wear. It's not going to be not going to weigh you down. So if you do want to wear a bigger piece but you're not looking for anything too heavy, then amber might just be the way to go. You'll have to let me know if you've got amber in your collection. I find it's if I say it's a starter gemstone, do you know what I mean? That sounds funny, doesn't it? But when you're kind of coming into jewellery often, sometimes as a teenager, sometimes a bit later in life, you tend to start off with some gemstones, and then they kind of lead you. It's a slippery slope, as you all know, but they lead you into other gemstones, don't they? This one does not want to fasten today. And I find that a lot of people start with amber. And I think that's just because it's so warm, it's so unusual, it's so accessible. The price of amber is really nice. It's often set in silver rather than gold. So there are loads of reasons to have this as your sort of number one, as your starter collection, and then start on with your other gemstones. No, she's not playing. We're just gonna have to hold her. But there you go. So that's the three that you can see, the three different sizes, and they are starting from the top, the mini £45, £55 the middle one, £65 the bottom one, 45, 55, 65. And don't they look fab? So obviously you'd wear them on a longer chain. So if I was doing this, I'd probably go 14. No, I wouldn't. 14 would be too high. I'd go 16, 18 and 20, I think, if I was going to do that layer. If you want a top tip, oh, let's get the right one to take off. There we are. So there, the Messenger of Love bee pendants. Now, of course, we've got earrings to match. Of course we have. We've got studs and drops. And I've been having this conversation today. Which do you prefer, studs or drops? And you may know, if you've watched before or you watch frequently, that I am very much a lover of drops. I wear drops most often, but I wear studs when sort of action mode. So when I take the dogs out for a walk, that kind of, I said walk. Oh, I've got away with it. Got away with it. It's fine. It's fine. They're not here. They're in the garden. That's all right. I thought we were going to be in big trouble then. Two of them going, what? Where are we going? Let's go. So yes, when I take the dogs for a walk, that kind of thing in the winter sometimes, if taking the wrong earring out. The winter sometimes, if I'm wearing hats and that kind of thing, I tend to sometimes wear studs they're just a little bit easy to throw in. But drops I really love because of the movement. My top tip for drops, although you won't need that with the drops I'm going to show you tonight, but I'm going to tell you anyway, if you've got a drop with a little hook like this, my top tip is to put a little butterfly. So you can borrow a butterfly from one of your studs. They won't mind. They'll let you. They won't mind handing over that butterfly back to one of your drops for a little while. And it just means that that's a bit more secure, especially now we're coming to the time of year where we're going to be wearing a lot more scarves and a lot more hats and that kind of thing. Gail says, hi, I have the bee set. Love them. Yes, Gail, I'd forgotten that you had the bees. You did, yeah. They were from Acorn, weren't they? Yeah, I think they were. I hope you enjoy wearing this. Perfect time of year for them, isn't it? Happy Friday, by the way. Lovely to have your company tonight. Elsa says, I love seahorses so much. I have two special ones as part of a special tattoo on my shoulder. Oh, that's so lovely. They're magical, magical creatures, aren't they? I've only seen them in the wild once. And we were, I think we were in Venezuela. And we went out on a little boat, and it was a little rickety boat. And it's one of those things where you think it's a good idea at the time, and it was a good idea. It's a happy ending, don't worry. Well, you know that I'm here. But we went out onto the lake, and I thought, oh, what have I done? This boat is so rickety. So my friend and I, and it was, I'm sure it was a sort of an inlet from the ocean. I'm trying to remember. I could paint it for you. I can see it clearly in my mind. And yeah, we went out and we saw seahorses there, and they're beautiful, tiny, absolutely tiny, but truly beautiful. So yeah, I can see that why you would love them. They are amazing creatures, aren't they? Absolutely amazing. So we've got the bees in the drops. Here they are. Now these are on the continental clasps. Now I know a lot of you like the continentals because they're also known as lever backs. So if you've heard them referred to as lever backs, I call them the continental because that's how I was trained. It's funny, isn't it, what sticks with you? It's the same reason that I always tell you the chain lengths in inches, because I was trained in chain lengths in inches, and then I was trained in gemstones in mil. Isn't it funny? All in the same kind of space of time. I learnt, anyway, without too much of a history, I learnt about gemstones first before I learnt about jewellery, because they were sort of a real passion of mine, and I self-taught that. I just learned about them and I loved them, and I would just find them and find out about them. And then obviously I learnt about jewellery, so I learnt about chain lengths. They were in inches. Then I learnt more about setting gemstones. So obviously when I'm drawing for bespoke design, when we're working out engagement rings, when I'm working out measurements, when I'm ordering, when I'm chatting with a designer that I'm not in the same country as. It's helpful to know. And everybody uses mil for gemstones, and it's much more appropriate because millimeters you can go for the smaller, whereas with inches they don't go quite as small, so it's really helpful. But it's funny, isn't it, because when I put things onto the website, I'll put everything in, I'll be putting chains and bracelets and things in inches, and I think, oh crumbs, I have to do the centimeters as well for that. But gemstones I'll always put in mil. I digress. So they're the lever backs, the continental clips. They've got the gorgeous Messenger of Love bee pendant on there. They're a really, really nice drop. Elsa says, tonight's jewellery are just the bee's knees. Elsa, they are. As is that comment. They've got a fabulous drop to them, haven't they, those ones? A nice little swing, and they just sit nicely in your ear, and that is why I love drops, because they've just got that bit of movement to them. Very eye-catching. We've left the back of these open, so the light just streams through that amber there when you wear them, really makes that amber glow, and they stand out so nicely, don't they? I find drops as well I wear when my hair is down, because I've got lots of curly hair, so I need something that's going to be noticeable. But I was chatting to somebody today, and she said she's the opposite. When her hair is up, she wears drops. When her hair is down, she wears studs, because she says she loses the drops in her hair. So we're all different, aren't we? Oh, here come the terrors. Hello. They've been telling everybody what's what in the garden. Nobody's listening, but they've been telling them anyway. There we go. There are the drops. £40 the drops. And then let me show you the studs. Here's the other one. Honestly, he's a little shadow, Moriarty. Everywhere Heathcliff goes, Moriarty goes as well. We've had a lovely week this week. We've been seeing lots of different people in Adorn, lots of special occasions. We've had some birthdays. I was going to tell you the age of a birthday then, but it's quite a special birthday, so it might be a bit of a giveaway, so I won't tell you the age. But we've had lots of special birthdays in. We've had some anniversaries in. Lots of you coming in and treating yourself, which is lovely to see. Quite a few of you coming, putting things away for Christmas, which we do, of course. And we do our deposit system for Christmas. So you can come and put a deposit on your piece. That's especially important for pieces that are one-offs or pieces that are short collections. So a lot of the Bill Skinner jewellery that we do is a short collection. So we'll only have a couple of those, and when they've gone, they've gone. So if you see a piece that you like, especially at this time of year, come put a deposit on it. It will go in my safe and stay safely in my safe, and then you can feel all smug. Come December, you'll be all done. Just the wrapping. Well, not even the wrapping, because we do that for you as well, don't we? Of course. There we go. So stud earrings, £35. That Messenger of Love stud earring. Gorgeous. So that's the amber collection. Let me show you bracelets. Now, I know a lot of you are like me and you're a fan of natural gemstones, and why wouldn't you be? They're amazing. I will give you fair warning, I want every single one of these bracelets, but I can't have them. Oh, when I went to choose them as well, I was choosing them for the gemstones, and I had to be so strong. One of the first bracelets I ever bought for myself when we opened Adorn was a multi-gem bracelet, and I just love it. I absolutely adore it. And I had to be so strong when I was choosing these to not choose several for myself as well. But you'll see why when I show you. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone. So this bracelet is called Ocean Daydream. And she's got lots of different gemstones in there. So she's got Larimar on the, there we are, Larimar, blue topaz. And then we've got opals in there as well, moonstone in there, the blue topaz in the rectangle at the bottom. It's not too heavy, this piece, so often with gemstones they can be quite a heavy piece. You can feel that you're wearing it, of course, because there are a lot of gemstones in there. I haven't counted them. I'm just looking. No, that's another opal. I thought we'd snuck a little chalcedony in there, but opal. Opal, blue topaz, moonstone, Larimar. Gorgeous, gorgeous blues. Look at those blues. Now we've left all of the silver work open on the back. So again, the light's going to stream through those gemstones when you're wearing those. And that's what makes them so special. Each of the gemstones is a different shape. And I love the way, so some of them are faceted. Obviously, let's find a little faceted blue topaz to show you there. And they're quite formed, but some of them, the opals especially in here, are just so free-form, which is delightful. And that's what makes this such an unusual bracelet, those free-form pieces. So we've got the big moonstone on the bottom, the topazes there. Now this one will, back to inches again, it will fasten at 7 inches. So about 7 inches. She's not going to fasten there, I don't think. No, she's going to fasten on the first here. So she's going to sit as small as 7 inches, should you want that. She's going to extend all the way to 8 inches. So a little bit bigger. Can you hear Maury squeaking in the background? So there, so to the 8 inches. Let me show you that on my wrist. One of the few times I will get to wear this piece because she can't go with my jewellery box. It's honestly, I know you laugh, but honestly, sometimes it's one of the hardest things about my job and my life, and that shows you what an easy life I've got, doesn't it? That I see these beautiful pieces and I know they're going to go to a good home, and that's what's important. But sometimes I think, oh, just look. I've got at least 5 dresses that would go, at least 5 outfits that would go with this bracelet. But she's going to belong to one of you, and I'm sure that you'll treasure her and love her and adore her as much as I would. So she is on the 7-inch there. So that is there for me. And then 8-inch, let me just show you to give you an idea of how much more room we've got in there. Oops. Can you see? There we are. Just get there. That's it. That much room. So a lot, big difference, a big difference. She's so comfortable to wear because the back is flat and all that smooth silver there, and the open gemstones on the back. She's going to be so comfortable to wear. Caroline says, so beautiful. Thank you, Caroline. Georgina says, gorgeous. Thank you. She's beautiful colours, isn't she? Absolutely gorgeous. And that rainbow moonstone there just again adds that iridescence. Such a wonderful sparkle. I love that. So the opals are all different colours as well. You can see in the top and all the way down. Beautiful. So she is £195, 195, and she's just amazing. So she's going to go live online tonight, just after the show, and she's going to be live in Adorn tomorrow. So you'll be able to come and see her should you want to see her, or you'll be able to have a closer look at her online as well. She's just back from our photographer, and I'm just in love with her. And she is a piece that I've bought in especially for Christmas, but I wanted to show you my Christmas pieces and bring those out nice and early so you've got time to decide what you love and put them on your wish list for Santa. So that is Ocean Daydream, and next we're going for a little walk in the forest. Now green, and this deep green especially, was a huge colour last year. And you know, it's not gone anywhere. It's been a huge colour this year. Have you noticed? Because it's our green, our Adorn green, we jokingly say, oh, we're on trend. And we sort of come into trend every now and again, and we're in trend at the moment. And it's that really gorgeous deep green, British racing green. Just going to have a little drink. Have a look at that for a moment. Thank you. And we've got some absolutely beautiful gemstones in here. So we've got green agate, we've got vasonite in here, we've got peridot in here, and they're just absolutely beautiful. The colour palette here is amazing. And you have to be careful with green sometimes because it can be a little bit flat. So you have to make sure that it's not too dimensional. Faces, it matches your dress. It does match my dress. Should be mine, shouldn't it? I think so. Let's try her on. You can see what I've been thinking today, can't you, while I've been uploading these onto the website. I'm just going to fasten her up. There she is. So she's a little bit bigger. She's still fastening at about 7, but I would say on her smallest there, she's about 7.5. So she's she's got bigger gemstones in there. And she's got the 3 links there, but she's just fitting that bit bigger than the topaz. So that's on her smallest. On me, that's where we are. And then we can go bigger. Let me show you the bigger fitting. We're going to be able to fit in there. So she probably, this one, with the absence of a ruler, I'd have to guess. So I'm just having a look. I'll measure her in a moment against the Ocean Daydream. But I think she's going to go to about 8.5. That's where she is, look. So she's there. I don't know whether that helps or not, because honestly, if you don't know how big my wrists are, that's absolutely useless information, isn't it? But it kind of gives you an idea. So that, we've just got these gorgeous greens in there, and I absolutely love them. All of the colours of the forest. So sparkly again, so twinkly, and a wonderful colour palette as well. And as I mentioned with the green, it can sometimes, if you're not careful, be a little flat. But there's nothing flat about this bracelet. It's so sparkly and glam. Now on the reverse, again, we've left all the back open. So we're letting a lot of that light through there. Really nicely put together, and that nice silver setting as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's Forest Daydream. She's £215, 215. Now I said that I'd measure her, didn't I, against the Ocean Daydream. And let's see. So I think, let's just have a look. Yeah, she is. She's about half an inch longer. So I think on her shortest, she's going to be about 7.5. And on her longest, she's going to be about 8.5 inches, there or thereabouts, depending on the fastening. Isn't she gorgeous? 215, £215, that one, all in the green. Now then, we've got one of my favourite gemstones in the final bracelet tonight. This is our Mountain Daydream, and she's all Labradorite. Now, if you've watched before, you'll know that I'm biased, but Blue John is probably my favourite gemstone. Labradorite, though, or Labradorite, comes a close second. It's from Labrador in Canada. It's known as the Memory Stone. Oh, and it's just absolutely amazing. So much variation in colour in this gemstone. We go from grey right the way through to greens. This one is very blue. So bear in mind, I've got my studio, dining room, my studio lights on this tonight. So that is showing a lot of blue. Let me just see, but she's going to look different again in daylight. The blue is again really strong in the daylight, possibly a little softer with a little less green in. And it's just, what a gorgeous colour. And she's an absolutely beautiful piece. Lots of different shapes of the Labradorite. Laura, who takes off photos, Laura Jane Photography, fell in love with this one. We got photographs of the other two, but billions of photographs in this one, because she just loves her so much, and I can see why. She's just absolutely wonderful. Amanda says, beautiful, thanks Amanda. She is gorgeous. Let's try her on, because yeah, it'd be rude not to. So again, this one, she's starting at 7 inches, and she's going to go to about 8 inches. So that's at the 7 inches there, and then we're about 8 inches there or thereabouts on there. So let's just measure her again against the Ocean Daydream. Yeah, she's about the same size as the first piece, the Ocean Daydream. So she's going to go from about 7 inches to about 8 inches. So lots of room in there, lots of room for adjustment, and she can go smaller if you've got that smaller wrist. Again, I don't think she's going to fit into the oval link, but I'll just give her a try just to see. No, she's going to go in that first round link, and that's how she's going to sit. Absolutely gorgeous. £235 this one, 235. And there are 3 bracelets tonight. Let's line them up so you can see. There we go. Gorgeous. Now I can never guarantee that I'm going to get any more gemstone bracelets. I don't think that I will see these designers again before Christmas. If I can squeeze in a little visit, then I do try to. But if you're looking for a gemstone bracelet, I think these just might be, in my completely unbiased opinion, the perfect present for you. Can you imagine those under the Christmas tree on Christmas morning, catching all those twinkling fairy lights? They're going to bounce that light everywhere. They're going to look amazing. Amazing and incredible, whether you wear them with your Christmas Day dress or whether you wear them with your pyjamas to sit down to lunch. Whatever way you choose to do Christmas, these are going to look incredible. Absolutely beautiful. And they're my bracelets tonight, and that's my show tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of tonight's pieces, whether you love them, love them, or in all seriousness, if there is something that you'd prefer to see, then let me know, because we can always feature that in another show. Hope you've enjoyed your time with me tonight. I've certainly enjoyed my time with you. We'll be at Dawn tomorrow, that's Saturday, from 10 until 5. So if you'd like to pop in, then you can come and say hello. We always love to have your company. I'm going to be posting the replay of this show here on Facebook, so you'll be able to catch up with anything you missed. If you joined us a little bit later, you'll be able to watch it on catch up. If you've got somebody in your life who loves this show but can't get onto Facebook, then you can watch on YouTube, and this show will be over on YouTube on Saturday morning for them to watch there. Elsa says thank you, have a lovely weekend. Thank you, Elsa. You too, have a lovely weekend. I'm sending lots of love from my home to yours, and remember, until next we meet, say it with me: eat, sleep, sparkle, repeat. And I'll see you soon. Bye everybody, see you soon.